What's up, y'all? I am at one of my favorite design stores ever. Really calling it a design store is an understatement. It's really a boutique design store. This sun is out here sunning, okay? The heat is heating, and I just want to go inside. There's some very cool pieces in here, and I love going into places like this. I love shopping at places like this for myself as well as clients, because you're always going to find something unique. You're going to find something different. It's not going to be your typical furniture store that you can walk into anybody's home and see it looking exactly like the store that they bought it from. At Urban Pet and design boutiques like this, one of the things that's so special about it is not only can you find really unique pieces, but you also get great inspiration from design tips, because there's work that goes into merchandising these stores so you can visualize what it's going to look like in your own place. So there's always all kinds of really great hidden gems and great ideas here. This is a store that you have to walk through 2 and 3 different times, and I'm here all the time, and I will still have to walk the store and I'm going, oh, I didn't see that. So listen, let's go on this journey. Let's see what we can find, okay? And I'll give you some good ideas along the way too. So let's check this out. Tables like these are so different, guys. Look at this. It kind of has this industrial vibe. That was so cool. Like, you can lock the wheels, of course. It could be like a little drink bar in your living area. If you have an apartment, you can definitely, an apartment or condo, you can use it there as a drink table. Put your drinks on it. It could be a little coffee bar. Really, depending on how you were to use that, that can even be used in a TV room. But I like this because this is something unexpected. It's definitely not your typical table. This is another great idea where you can take a statue like this and put it on a plinth, is what it's called. It's also called a pedestal. But just look at how that elevates that. Imagine walking into your home and seeing something like that in your entryway as you walk in. It gives it it just raises things to the next level. It does, give it that kind of museum quality, but at the same time, it's your home. It's fun. It's unexpected. It's different. And you don't have to use just a sculpture like this. You can actually do a pot like what you see here, like even over there. You see that vase on top of this piece, but I also like these pots almost too, and it just raises it up, literally. It levels it up. These lamps are gorgeous, color lamps. Usually you don't see a lot of color on lamps where it doesn't look cheesy or cheap. This looks stunning, and I think it's the hints of the brass. I think it's that painted glass also. Those are so pretty, and that green is beautiful. There's another lamp over here, 2 other lamps too that have color. Those of you that love color, these turquoise lamps, gorgeous. And then there's some blue lamps here. So you can certainly bring some color in through your lamps. I love these lamps. These look like, oh my gosh, just that travertine base with the linen shade. Let's see what else we can see here. I love this table. I love that. That is a console table, but you know what? This could be used in so many other areas. It works great. This is a piece, of course, can go in your entryway, behind your sofa. Back in the day, we used to call them sofa tables, right? We don't say that now. We say console. But I think this would be cool too if you have like a breakfast area. Now, bear with me, but I think a breakfast area in a condo, it would be great to put some stools up to it. I think it'd be so different and so cool. And this is easy care. You don't have to worry about it. And then this metal here, easy to take care of. Love that. If anyone's going to do a recliner, this is the way it should be done. See how that, well, I don't want to back it into this table, but you get the idea. I don't want to pull it all the way out because it's pushed up right up against the desk. I love that sideboard with the wood handles on it, that black fluting. This fluting pattern here, or design. Those wood handles, gorgeous. Let's see what else. you can't take care of houseplants, there is nothing wrong with getting some faux ones. Just make sure that they look really good. So you're gonna pay a little bit more for them, but you want them to look good. You have to do fake flowers. There's nothing wrong with it, like I said, but just find you some good ones. I love this whole group of this art. This is like the perfect neutral wall. And these pieces are even behind acrylic, which makes them even more unique. These lamps, I love these. Look at those, so different. Great for a little reading area. These lamps are great too. You're starting to see them everywhere where they just turn, oh, I gotta turn it on here. So, and you see they're dimmer, so you can go light, bright as you want. This one's cute too with the wood. Look at that. Love it. Love it. That would be something nice you could do on a breakfast table. If you're having like for, oh my gosh, wouldn't this be cute? You're having a dinner party and you just scatter 2 or 3 amongst your table, your dining table. Or if you're setting out a buffet, you could do that. This never gets old. I love that side table. Love it. It's a root. It's just solid. Love it. You know anything about me, you know I love a cowhide on anything. And these are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's see what else we can find back here. There's so many cool pieces here. This is one of the things that I love that he does. Putting this animal hide, this is probably a goat hide, and just putting it on a table. There was another time I saw one on a coffee table. Let me show you. Yeah, right here. How cool is that? So different. It's bringing texture, it's bringing pattern. Because when you step back and look at this whole little vignette, it's pretty neutral. You do see some great pops of blue, but just, it's like a subtle blue, like slate blue. And then that pattern on the table here that's unexpected. It's soft, of course. You've got the pattern there. I love these blue bowls, and it pulls out this blue in those pillows. Because otherwise, if you don't pay too close of attention, it all still looks neutral, even though you do see the blues, but it just pulls it out. Like, I want you to see this. This is like when you don't like a lot of color, but you know you need to kind of add some oomph to it. Those blue bowls immediately make your eyes go to the blue in those pillows. I love that. But yet at the same time, it all still feels neutral because of the sofa, because of the other pillows, the table, the chairs across from it. So it's not your typical cream. Like these chairs, I don't know if they're reading on the video, but these chairs are a beautiful, buttery soft, kind of taupish gray color. The table is in the same tonality, but it's a different texture. So it's the wood up against the butter leather, up against the cream boucle type sofa. Well, it's like a velvety boucle, but it still has that taupe in there. Like this whole thing is a whole, it's just beautiful. This is what I mean when I say you can come to stores like this and get some really great ideas, because anybody can do this. If you have a neutral sofa, you know, change it up with some great pillows. Whenever you do pillows, you know, you want the pillows with the zippers. They need to have down-filled inserts so they last forever. You know, I showed you some colored lamps earlier. This, between the paintings, the lamps, the sideboard underneath it, I just love this. And you see even how the faux fiddle leaf fig in the corner, it's the shade, the lamps are the same shade, it picks that up and then it plays right off of this artwork. It's so beautiful. This piece could, oh my gosh, you see how dark that wall is? Like this could go in a room that's painted like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking, my brain is going in so many different directions because I'm just thinking about how great would this look in a room that's really dark, like this dark charcoal gray where the whole room is wrapped in that color, like color drenched in it. And then you have these subtle pops of color, which really, even though it is color, it's still subtle. Like the artwork has all those jewel tones in it, but the lamps are more of obviously a darker green. It's not an emerald green or a chartreuse green. It's just this really dark, rich, maybe a hunter green, almost a forest green with the hints of brass on it. This is a whole look, but it also would look great on a white wall or a creamy white wall too, and then just let the color jump off the wall with those lamps. So many great ideas. Let's see what else we can find. What's not to find? This is another, oh, look at that. That's stunning. I don't even know what to look at first. The lamps that hide on top of this sideboard. Like, who would think of that? Who would think to take a small hide and put it on a sideboard and then put this gorgeous marble bowl on top that you wouldn't even have to put anything in? But if you did, you could, but you wouldn't have to. But look at those lamps. Beautiful. Let's come around here. Now this is a sectional, okay? This this is a sectional. This is how you do a sectional. This would look just as good in a little bit more formal living room, just as much as it would look good in a movie room. Like, look, oh my gosh, look at these pillows. I get so excited I can't talk. These pillows are velvet. They have the velvet cutouts here. Well, actually, there's several different textures of fabric here. So here you've kind of got a more, I don't know, not really a chenille, but then here's the velvet, and then underneath it's like a linen. Gorgeous. You got the cognacs, the grays, the dark charcoal, the cream, everything. And just look how it plays against this fabric. So you could, let me pull back so you can see it. I love this. I absolutely love this. I love the rounded arms on it too. So it's really a unique shape. Look at the shades. Everything on it is so curvy and so rounded. It's just beautiful. I love the wood trim along the bottom. See, it's those little details like that that really will set your furniture pieces apart. And it makes it pieces that are going to be long lasting. Look at the curve of that. I love that. These are pieces that you can have for a really, really long time, guys. Don't just buy the typical generic sofa. When you're buying a sofa, that's an investment. Sometimes you can get a really great deal on it. So I'm not saying don't get a great deal on your sofa or your sectional, but just know that is the largest piece that you're going to have in your living room. So you want to make sure that it's a piece that's going to last for a really long time. Oh my gosh. Love it. I think this is even down filled. It's probably a down and foam mixture, because a lot of times when you get a sofa that's just, or a sectional that's completely down filled, the pillows and everything look slouchy, so you got to constantly fluff them up. That would drive me crazy. But this feels like it has a mixture of down. It feels like it just a little bit, but the foam is so thick and tight on this, and it keeps its shape, which is a huge bonus. You see along the back, there's some beautiful cowhides. I love a good cowhide rug. Y'all know that. I love this vignette too. I just love how that vase, that cognac color vase, pulls that cognac color right out of that frame. And this is a black, do you see this louvered piece behind it? This is actually a room divider that you can buy. He uses it to kind of, break up the space, but you can actually buy these. And I love the fact that that art is hanging off of, so it looks like a makeshift wall, And if you are in a condo or in a smaller space where you need to kind of break it up and divide it, or like a studio apartment, well, it still gives you that feeling of separation without actually closing it off. So I think that's a genius way to do that too. Told you get some great ideas down here. So start looking around your home. Start thinking about how you can start adding some touches. It's summertime. It's time to kind of freshen it up a little bit. You know, do something unique, do something out of the ordinary. Go to your local design boutique in your area. Don't just visit the big box furniture stores or just, you know, order everything from your home online. I know there's so many influencers that are showing you all these Amazon finds and whatnot. I get it. I'm not against Amazon or anything like that, but there's nothing like being able to walk into a store like this and just finding some pieces that are unique and different, that again, that you're not going to just find everywhere. Look at that. How cool is that? All right, that's it for me, guys, today. Listen, I hope you all have gotten some great ideas. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough with me with this store, and I hope you're inspired to go find your local design store and go in there and ask questions, pick their brains. They want to help you find those unique pieces, because when you have a design store like this, it's so unique. It's really a lot of fun. It's inspirational. The people that are there are very knowledgeable. 9 times out of 10, they're interior designers themselves. You can bring your pictures in there and they will definitely help you. But get out there and find something unique and different. I know all on Instagram, you're seeing all the Amazon finds. You're seeing the big box places. Everybody's shopping for home decor on, well, not everybody, but Amazon is a big deal when it comes to home decor. I get it. Every influencer's got a link out there pretty much. Not knocking it, but also, don't you at the same time want to have some pieces in your home that everybody else just doesn't have? So make that time to go to your closest. It might not be in your own city, but I bet you the next city over, there's a place that you can go to and get inspired and get some great ideas and bring home some great pieces for yourself too. So with that being said, until I see you the next time, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Take care. Talk to you soon. Peace.